Hello and welcome to the Mum Boss Method podcast. I'm Chrissy, I'm the Mum Boss, and I am so excited to bring you this episode. I've been thinking about it all week, and I went out for brunch this morning with some of the Mum Bosses, and they were like, "What are you doing for the rest of the day?" And I said, "Well, I'm recording my podcast episode," and I'm thinking to myself, I'm really excited about this one. So just buckle in. I'm excited about this one, right? So here's the thing. I know you're listening and you are feeling like you have been watching your life from the sidelines. I've been talking a lot recently about being on the dance floor of your life. I've got this whole Victoria Beckham obsession going on, and I've been talking loads about how you're watching your life go by from the sidelines. And I know that you are often hiding at the back of pictures, or you're not even letting people take pictures of you. You're the one that's taking them. I know that you're not joining in with the family fun, maybe the kids' games or the grandkids' games. You're not wanting to go out because you've just lost your self-confidence. You don't feel good in your clothes, and you're feeling tired, you're unmotivated, and quite honestly, you are feeling lost in yourself. You're nodding your head right now, aren't you? You're saying, "Chrissy, how did you know?" And I want to tell you how I know. It's because I've been there, okay? I've been there at the start of my menopause journey. Before I knew I was menopausal, this was how I was feeling. And so I just want to tell you, it's time to step back onto the dance floor of your life. It is time to step into being vibrant and happy and confident and powerful in your life. And I've got a framework that is going to teach you exactly how to do that. But before I go through that framework, I need to remind you of why I'm here, why I'm doing this, okay? As I already said, at the age of 36, when I was perimenopausal and I didn't know it, I was feeling all of those things I've just described. I didn't know I was perimenopausal. I was really low in mood. I had no self-confidence when I've always been a really confident person. I was unhappy. I wasn't taking care of myself, and I was watching life from the edge of the dance floor instead of being on the middle of the dance floor. And honestly, I was looking at everything that was going on and wishing I could participate, but I just had to stay there in the shadows. And yet I saw the GP. I was prescribed antidepressants, anti-anxiety meds. I was referred to CBT, and sometimes some of it worked for a couple of weeks, but honestly, nothing worked long term. I always just felt like there was something pulling me under, and I honestly felt like I was losing my mind. I'd gained weight, my energy was on the floor, my motivation was on the floor, and I was miserable to be around. And that's putting it really mildly. And there were times during those first 4 years when I was in the lowest and darkest places of my life. And I didn't know how to get out. I didn't know how to change it. You know, I wasn't even looking at life from the side of the dance floor. I had lost the dance floor. I didn't even know where the disco was anymore. Now, that all changed when I started approaching my self-care, my mindset, and my life completely differently. And that's exactly how I came to create the Mum Boss Method. What I did is exactly what I teach inside the Mum Boss Method. And I went from being miserable and struggling through life, feeling like I was literally dragging every inch of my body through each day, to thriving and being happy and feeling alive and feeling confident and being in the middle of the dance floor. And to bring this all to life for you, I'm going to be sharing the exact strategy that I used, all of the tools that I used and still use, because let's face it, there are still some tough days. Menopause is a roller coaster. But exactly what I'm going to share with you, exactly what I did to, are you ready? Spice up my life. I told you it's a Victoria Beckham obsession right now, okay? But I spiced up my life and I got on the dance floor instead of watching from the edges, instead of sitting at my table, like looking at them all thinking, everyone's having so much fun and I'm just here in the shadows. Now, I'm gonna bring this to you in something super exciting, because I'm bringing you 60 magical minutes on a live webinar, and I'm going to give you the details at the end of this podcast, and you'll also find them in the show notes. I'm going to give you all the details at the end of this podcast. And during those 60 magical minutes, I will share the secrets. I'm going to share it all with you. You're going to have the full details on how you can mom boss your life through menopause, how you can get on the dance floor. And I promise you, this isn't your typical boring webinar. No way, no how. This webinar is not me standing there telling you this is the exact diet you have to eat and this is the exact workout you have to do and you must take these supplements and dance in a circle 4 times to the left in order to balance your hormones. No. That's not what we're doing. No. Instead, you're going to leave feeling excited. You're going to have practical tips, practical tools, an action plan ready to own the dance floor of your life. Okay, so I'm going to share what we're going to cover high level, but if you want to know all of this in detail, you are going to need to be at my webinar, which I will tell you all of the details of at the end of this podcast. So in order to mum boss your life, mum boss your way through menopause, we need to focus on 3 things. Okay, the first thing that we need to focus on is mum bossing your body. Okay, and this is where we create awareness of where you are now, what your body needs. And then we start to implement acts of self-care that are going to energize you and going to leave you feeling alive. And yes, that's going to involve finding ways that you can move your body. And yes, that's going to find ways of fueling your body. And it will make sure that you're rested and you're recovered. And what that's going to create is a physical transformation. Now, that transformation for you might be that you feel full of energy, you feel fit and strong. It might be for you that you want to lose some body fat and gain back some confidence and start wearing the clothes that are hiding in the back of your wardrobe. For you, it might be making sure that you can get up in the morning and have the energy to get through the day. Okay, it's not a one size fits all, because not everyone I work with wants to lose weight. Not everyone I work with, wants to start running. Not everyone I work with wants to join a gym and get really, really strong. It's about you and finding the ways that are going to work for you. So I want you to be confident in your clothes, to feel fit, healthy, full of energy, and to be happy. So the first thing we need to focus on is mum bossing your body. But that's not where it stops. And, I know that you probably follow and listen to lots of other coaches who will get you eating and moving and feeling better. And absolutely, those 2 things, moving your body and eating well, will make you feel better. But this is where the mum boss method is different. Because the next pillar, so the second pillar, is mum bossing your mind. And this is where we think about what the future version of you looks like. What does your future version, your future self look like? So that you can cultivate and grow a mindset that fully embodies the best version of you. A mindset that supports you getting to that best version of you, so that you are feeling, you are thinking, and you are acting in a way that supports that future version of yourself. We're going to set intentions, we're going to set goals, and those are going to align with the vision of how you want your life to be in the future. And that could be 12 months in the future, 5 years in the future. I don't know. It's individual to you. What that also means we need to do is we need to rewrite your personal narrative, because listen, all of us have stories that we tell ourselves. All of us have stories that we tell ourselves that hold us back from being where we want to be. And we're going to work on rewriting that story. And that story might sound like, I'm not enough, I need to do more, I need to please everyone. There are lots of versions of that story, but we need to rewrite that story so that it aligns with your future self-identity. And you're going to develop the skills and the qualities that will help support your future self, so that you can live in alignment with the life you really want to live. You're going to build yourself that new reality. And then finally, step 3 is mum bossing your life. And this is about designing your environment. Designing your environment that is going to support the habits and the lifestyle changes that you need to make to be the future self you've already imagined. So you're going to learn to reflect on the impact that you have on your own life, on your own health, on your own well-being, as well as the impact on your family, on your career, on your friends, your other relationships. And that is going to make sure that you are having the impact that you want to have to get to where you really need to get to, where you really want to get to. Understanding your motivations and your why. Understanding what drives you. Understanding what your desires are. Because that's the key to motivation. Motivation just doesn't come up and bite us in the bum. Motivation is about really understanding where we want to get to, how we can get there, and the impact that we have on the environment around us. You're going to, by doing this, feel a greater sense of fulfillment and joy as you make the changes and walk towards the life that you're creating. The life that, by the way, is on the dance floor. And that's going to be really powerful. It's going to empower you to take the actions that you need to take, even in menopause, even when life is chaotic and crazy, even when you're busy, even when you are exhausted, because life is crazy, because you will be taking your power back. And that is exciting. So they're the 3 pillars that we're going to be talking about in these 60 magical minutes. And I am super excited to share with you the strategies, the tools that I use and my clients use to help them get to the life that they want to be living. The life on the dance floor instead of hiding. The life that says, yeah, can you take a picture of us, please? The life that says, yes, this is my favourite song. Come on, girls, let's dance. Instead of sitting in the edges. And I promise you that this webinar will be full of fun, it will be positive, and it'll also be some time that we can spend together making sure we're exploring practical tools and tips that you can implement when you leave the webinar. So here are the details. It is Monday, the 24th of February at 8 p.m. UK time. You will find the link to the show note, the link to sign up in the show notes. That is the only way you can access the webinar, is by signing up at that link. I cannot wait to have you join me on a week on Monday. Like I said, 8 p.m. UK time, where we will get you on that dance floor, where we will get you feeling like it is time and you are ready to change your life for the better, so that you are not stuck in this energy of just surviving, because I want you to start picking up that main character energy. You are the main character in your life. It's time to start acting like one. So make sure you sign up at the link in the show notes. Message me, let me know you've signed up. I can't wait to see you. Let's get on that dance floor together. Have an awesome day. Bye.